Viewer discretion is advised. Today, the Harris County coroner ruled Maleah's death a homicide. That is something that most of us already know. What we don't know is the exact cause of death and when the death occurred. I want to say that I saw the funeral for Maleah Davis, and it was like some type of sideshow to me. It was not a funeral. I didn't see people falling out crying. They had to be packed out like you usually do at funerals, especially from the father. I saw pictures of him taking little snapshots, but the look on his face is not the look of a person that has just lost a child. That is just, in my opinion, and I know that people grieve in their own way. But if my daughter had been killed, I just really feel as if that I would be so overwhelmed with sorrow and sadness that I couldn't do any interviews. I probably would not be able to attend the funeral. And not only that, Brittany Bowens was at the funeral. And if I was Craig Davis, there is no way I would want to be in the same area as Brittany Bowens. So this stuff is really starting to look real fishy. Why would you go to your daughter's funeral dressed like you're about to go to the club? If I was Craig Davis, when I first laid eyes on Brittany Bowens, I think I would be in jail. One of the things that is starting to raise the red flags in my head is when they said that she died from homicidal violence. I have never ever heard that term being used before. And it's like they are looking for some loophole to get these people involved little to no time. And I'm praying that is not what is occurring here. To me, I wouldn't care what evidence they find or don't find. What I do know is that Maleah Davis was in Darian Vince's care. He's guilty. Also that Brittany Bowens was at the house when she said that she wasn't at the house. She's guilty. Whoever helped Darian Vince to clean up and did all the driving to Arkansas, guilty. It doesn't matter about the evidence that you find or don't find. All these people need to do some what? Time. Homicidal violence is when they know that the person was killed, but they just don't know the method because of decomposition or the body was dismembered. And I believe that Darian Vince dismembered the body of Maleah Davis, mainly because they said they found blood in the bathtub. And when I looked at those sweatpants that Darian Vince had on when he was carrying that trash bag, you could see blood on the side of his pants. When they fill out the death certificates, they have to have a cause of death. So, as they say, this enables the death certificate to be changed once the final cause is agreed upon. And it's better than having an incorrect cause of death that may or may not be changed. I have been noticing that there are parents being sent to prison for their involvement in their child's death, whether it was voluntary or involuntary. when they said that some jailhouse snitch, David Shalfant, said that Maleah died because she was thrown off of Darren's lap, I just do not believe that. That is not a believable story either. Even if it was an accident, as these people keep claiming, why dismember the body? Why put the body in a trash bag and take it all the way to Arkansas and dump it if it was an accident? What won't be an accident is this time that you are about to get. And I'm hoping and praying that you would get the death penalty. We as a people, we have to start thinking outside the box. Because this is starting to happen just a little too much. Just a couple of days ago, a guy hit his child so hard he killed the child. Why? Because the child ate his cake. I was having a discussion with a lady just the other day, and I was like, why is it so hard for people to separate themselves from people that mean them no good? A person will stay in a relationship that they know is going nowhere in hopes of changing a person. That never works. A person that is stingy, uncompromising, always angry, those people will not make a good partner. You're setting yourself up for a big failure. This case is very strange. And some of the things that you hear are even stranger. I've heard that this is a hoax. I've heard that Maleah was sacrificed. I've heard that Maleah was killed for her body parts. This case is very strange because I'm looking at the behavior of the parents. No one seems to be grieving that they lost a child, that they horrifically lost a child. You had to bet the child just didn't die. Look at the manner in which the child died, in which he was disposed. I don't see any reactions toward that, which makes me kind of think that maybe this is some type of fake case. I just don't really know. But I don't think that they will put our leg like this, in this manner. Maybe it's because the parents really don't care. Maybe they really just don't give two shits about what happened to Maleah. I don't see any anger in Craig Davis, and I don't see any sadness in Brittany Bowens. I saw some despair in Darren Vince to look here on his face. But other than that, it's hard to lay a finger on the father and mother about their true feelings about their daughter. There is this one question that I've been thinking about. Why would Darren Vince take such a big risk with driving the body of Maleah Davis in the trunk of his car all the way to Arkansas? I'm quite sure there were many places along the way where he could have dropped the body off. Why the hell did he go all the way to Arkansas? When the lawnmower went over the body of Maleah Davis, it scattered the bones. That's what's going to make it kind of difficult to tell how the body was killed, because with the bones intact, they can kind of see whether the neck was broken, whether the person was smothered to death. They can find these things out, but they still can find it out. It's just going to take a little longer now. Why did Brittany Bowens even show up at the funeral? I know it's your daughter, but it's because of your dumb ass that your child is no longer here. You should not have went. If I was the father, you would not have went. Most of the time with these cases, people kind of get antsy and impatient. And we want something to happen right now. But I guarantee you, they probably have enough what they need to arrest Darren Vince, Brittany Bowens, whoever else is involved. Because I'm quite sure they went through their car with a fine-tooth comb. They went through their house with a fine-tooth comb. Some type of evidence was left back somewhere in their house and in their car. Fingerprints and DNA evidence. For the supporters of Darren Vince, your boy is guilty. And he's going down. And for people that think Brittany Bowens was not involved, sad to say, your girl was deeply involved. And she's going down. Craig Davis, I've been kind of taking it easy on him because I try to be understanding. But Craig Davis, you got to get you some You got to start getting a little tougher, homie. You act too soft. You need to get that about you. Because it was that got your daughter killed. Because ain't no damn way in the world I would allow my daughter to stay with, I don't care if it is a mama and another man's in their house. It would not happen. Now, as long as she's single, I hate to say that, but as long as she's single, yeah. But when another man comes in their house, my daughter got to come with me. The only way I will not do anything to a person for doing anything to my daughter is because didn't nobody tell me. But if somebody tell me, all I got to do is hear it, and I'm coming. So Mr. Craig Davis, you got to get you some balls, homie. Stop being so soft. I sure hate to think that people are using this tragedy as a way for them to become popular. They want to be rappers. You want to be interviewed on television, trying to look cool at the expense of your own daughter. That's not proper. If you know people that are abusing kids, step in, call the authorities, stay on the authorities because sometimes they will pretend that they see nothing wrong. You have to keep in mind that when you call the authorities on someone that is abusing their child, it takes time for the authorities to get there and what is happening to the child at that particular time. Sometimes you have to step in unless you will end up losing your own life in the process. But sometimes you have to step in and be a true neighbor.